break whatever, and it is hot and humid and windy.
There you see the car scratch, the sparks coming up from right out the back of that car. It's Pirro in the Benetton, makes up a bit of ground as they come into the hairpin.
Ivan Capelli has pitted one of the marches as you watch the action out the back of the Brabham. It is Senna, Berger, Prost, Patrese in fourth place. I said Martini before. Martini is fifth, followed by Alliot, Brundle, whose car you're looking at, or looking out of, I should say right now, and Emanuele Pirro.
And right behind Pirro is John Alesi in the Tyrrell. John Alesi's already finished in the points once this year, and I'm sure that Tyrrell is looking for a good finish from this young Frenchman here today in Spain. You can hear that car crashing on the floor all the time.
You're listening. Right now you're looking out the back of Martin Brundle's Brabham. In 8th position, right behind him, young Jean Alesi, the Frenchman, driving for Ken Tyrrell.
So John Alesi must have disposed of Alessandro Nannini, and he's working his way towards the front of this grid. He was second fastest in the morning warm-up today, which is always a good indication of how you're going to go in the race. But this is probably the worst racetrack in the Formula One season to pass people on, because there's so many corners.
Some 16 separate corners and no real long straightaways, and the cars, despite the McLaren domination earlier this year, have gotten so much closer together. They are virtually equal in performance once they're on full tanks and in a race configuration.
Alesi coming up on the braking there. There we see the Brundle rear cam looking out at John Alesi, Tyrrell's bright up-and-coming young driver.
The sound of Brundle's V8. It's a Judd engine based on a Honda block built by John Judd in Great Britain.
This long left-hander now. A little bit of a straight there, then another long left-hander. This one really works the old tyres and the neck. It seems to be just a bit quicker through there than the Tyrrell, but the Tyrrell makes up for it on braking. At least it seems to be able to brake just a little bit deeper.
Saw that empty grandstand in the background. Tickets are not terribly expensive here in Spain, but they've had some trouble, to be quite frank, getting crowds out to this. Dennis, quite well. What is the sentiment within the McLaren organization right now following the events of last weekend?
Well, they were very, very unhappy about the whole situation. They have gone into considerable lengths to clarify their view of the situation. Ron Dennis feels that there was somewhat unfair play on the part of the Ferrari team, of which Nigel Mansell, being the driver, is an incremental member. But here today they're doing the job they know how to do best, and they're going to try and help win the World Championship for one of their two drivers. And right now Senna needs to win all 3 races to win the championship, and if he keeps going like this, well, who wants to bet against him not winning it?
Who wants to bet indeed? Looking out our tail cam aboard Martin Brundle's car. I believe that's Derek Warwick in the arrows behind.
Now, of course, Martin Brundle has just had a stop, but he is still in front of Derek Warwick. Derek Warwick not having a very happy weekend with the US F&G Arrow, nor is his teammate Eddie Cheever, who is some way still behind him.
John Watson, you've raced here at Jerez often. What do you think the effect of those rain showers this morning might be on the consistency of this racetrack?
Well, certainly the rain we had just before the start of the race would have washed off some of the rubber. That's very important for the race tires. The more rubber you have, the better the tire's going to live. So that...
Looking out the back of Martin Brundle's car. We've seen the crew cam on ESPN earlier this year. This is the tail cam. Martin Brundle, the former world champion.
He's looking at. Dr. Jonathan Palmer, and Brundle and Palmer running in 7th and 8th position, gradually making their way up through the field here. But I'm not sure that Palmer and Alesi have stopped yet.
Well, I think Alesi for sure has started on the harder B compound tyre, and the belief in Ken Tyrrell's camp is that they can run that tyre and be reasonably competitive. They may get through the entire race without a pit stop, so we really should watch certainly Alesi in 4th place.